Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're doing another previews flip through, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Now there is a newer one that just came out this past week, but everything in this catalog, as well as the one that just came out, is in limbo because the company that ships the comics to all the shops, Diamond Distributors, they shuttered their doors during this virus. So everything you see here is unknown when it will be in shops. Starting April 1st, no new books to any comic shops. Even if you're in an area that isn't seeing closures from the virus yet, there still will not be any new comics in those shops because they've just closed. Diamond has closed all new shipments after that, so it's kind of scary. Everything's a little bit in limbo, so we're gonna just flip through this, and there are a lot of cool things in here. And as you know, we have the DC previews as well as the Marvel's previews to go through. But it's so frustrating now because there were so many cool things that were before going to come out 2 months from now, but now who knows? And also too, my shops both have been shuttered during this same thing as well. So because of that, I get paid next week, and then my books are actually going to be mail ordered to me, so there won't be a new comic haul next week. I might just do a random assortment of books, maybe some more of my favorites, or I don't know. And I'm trying to see if my one shop, they do 100 count mystery boxes. I might see if they can mail me a few of them maybe, and I'll do like groups of 20 for comic hauls of just unknown comics. So hopefully I can do that, but we'll see. So it's just kind of an uncertain time for the industry right now. Another crazy thing too, Free Comic Book Day, they also postponed as well. They're going to try to spread the books that they were going to give away over several months as a like staggered release. Like 1 week they'll release a few books and then a few more. I think they might still start it in May, but just release a few at a time. But it won't be like your shop's going to be open and having all these things. They're trying to kind of trickle down in response once again to what's going on. So, but I don't think they moved it from May, but they're trying to spread it out because they're not trying to have large gatherings, people lining up for books and stuff like that. So I've always got to get my Tick Free Comic Book Day book because it always has a new story that they put out. And I'm still getting over my cold that I had, so I do apologize for any voice quality and stuff like that as well, that might not quite be where it typically is, but getting over a sore throat and cough and all that good stuff. So I'm curious. I know that Savage Dragon should be hitting issue 250 soon, but I don't know when. I've been trying to look in the Image previews and stuff for it. I know that Eric Larson is working on it, I'm pretty sure, but they're not even soliciting it yet, I don't think. I'm not buying that one monthly, but I like the big issues like that are always kind of fun to see because we usually have a few artists who contribute and stuff like that. And that's another one that I just remember from when I was a little kid, when it first started out. And it was a more mature book, so I wasn't able to read it as a kid, but I just remember seeing it in the Wizard magazine's ads for it and stuff. And as always, I still need to get the Hellboy omnibus that they have. There's 4 for the main series, and I think 2 or 3 for the specials and one-shots and stuff. But they released the whole series in chronological order. It's a really good idea, and I think they're like $25 to $35 or something per trade, which isn't bad. Now this too, I don't know, have you guys heard of Black Sad? This is a, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what country this is from. It is from another country. I'm blinking on it, I thought I could see it here. But they're making this into a game for the PlayStation 4 as well. Like, it's set to come out soon, so. And I think it's kind of like how the, maybe kind of like the Telltale Games sort of thing. But it's like a, a film noir sort of like detective thing, but everyone is animals. But it visually looks very cool, and, I'm always into my people animals, like the Ninja Turtles and all that, so I am definitely curious about it. But I hear a lot of good things. And then they did re-announce Emerald City Comic Con. They moved it to, I forget the date now. I think it's going to be the second to last week of August. And they said they were going to refund people, but if you wanted to move your tickets over, they would let you do that until the 27th of this month. So I just figured, sure, why not? So I moved my tickets to the new date. So fingers crossed it'll still happen. And then I'll be able to, have some cool things to show off from that, and, possibly footage if it'll allow, or hopefully things will have calmed down by then, so. And like 2 weeks after that is typically when PAX is, so we'll see if that happens either. Everything is just uncertain, unfortunately. But how are you guys doing with the whole staying indoors and in place thing? I unfortunately still have to go out and work in this, so I am an essential worker. I provide care for other individuals, so, and then for me too, I don't drive, so I get on public transportation, so that's a little scary too. But, it is what it is. I'm like doubling up on masks that I wear and stuff, and doing the best I can. This looks pretty visually striking here. I don't exactly know what this is, but this looks very unique. Just, looks like it's just done in straight up ink style here. It's by Darwin Cook too, so that's pretty neat. I do like his work a lot. So this is something I've never heard of. Richard Starks Parker. So I'll have to check that out. This is the premium format of that, so this is like $100 thing. It looks like they do have the regular novel here though for $30, so if you're into that art style and want to check that out, I guess you could do that. Another nice thing too, during this state of emergency, the buses out here are running for free, so there's no fares to pay. So although it is kind of scary riding the bus with a bunch of unknown people who may or may not have this virus, at least the ride is free. So. I'm excited. My buddy Chris Tamasma's Kickstarter just funded. It's called Base Force, I guess, not Bass Force. I always read it as Bass Force because I'm a phonics kid. So, but Base Force is his original character. He used to draw a lot for this stuff. He did the Clarity Girl book that I showed off a few years ago, I want to say, on the channel. But this one he wrote, but he still made the character, and his other friend drew it. But it got funded and it raised more than its goal, so I'm excited to see that project completed. So I'm proud to see him succeed. So it was really nice. And the funds for that just came out the other day, so. I swear one of these days I'm gonna check out the Goon too. I always hear good things about it, but I've never read it. It does look visually interesting to me though, so. And these are cool. They're releasing statues inspired by the X-Men animated series. So they have like the lines painted on them so that it looks like the animation. So from a certain angle it looks really cool, but then from a certain angle it looks a little odd, I'm sure. But these are what you would consider the recommended angles to view these statues at, I'm sure. I know they recently did that with a Batman animated figure too. I'm trying to remember the company that did it, but I wasn't too crazy about it. But maybe it's better if it's on a statue than an action figure. I want to say it was Mondo, maybe. I don't know. I still gotta complete my Batman animated figure collection anyway. The Matrix comics. I always want to get this too, and I have, and it's a bunch of short stories about the Matrix. I've always been intrigued by those movies and the Animatrix as well. And if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it, because there's a two-part animated thing on there that shows the history of the Matrix. It's really cool. So let's look here. We have the dynamic forces. I always like to talk about this here. So let's see. So I'll talk about this more. They have they're re-releasing a 6-issue. Well, not re-releasing, but they're releasing a 6-issue miniseries that takes place in the Batman animated universe that is continued. So, and they've been showing DC collectibles for those like a Red Hood one, and even a Batman Who Laughs one. So, but they're all done in the animated style. So there's going to be a 6-issue miniseries. That's just called the Batman: The Adventures Continue. And so this one, it looks like it's a few of them. You can get a graded one as well as a signed one. I'm not familiar with this individual here, Ken Hauser, but I am excited about that series. We have, looks like another Adam Hughes variant. Mine was different than that one, but this is like the traditional Wonder Woman. Not signed, but just a $30 cover there. This one is also a Ken Hauser. Maybe he's just been in the area, as well as on the Venom one. You get it signed by Donny Cates for $50. Jim Ballant signed Catwoman. Peter Tomasi signed Green Lantern 100 for $50. I need to get Tomasi's signature. I really enjoy his writing. I think I would get his on the Batman and Robin stuff, though, just because I loved him and Patrick Gleason's run on the character, though. Adam Hughes signed Black Widow for $70. Mark Russell signed Captain America Snapshot. I'm getting that book for sure. Not that signed one, but the series. Just, I like that cover, and I think Steve Root is doing the story inside, so. Nick Spencer signed Spider-Man for $50. I got my mic over here, so that's why I can't angle it right for that. Looks like Alex Ross. No, it's not signed by Alex Ross. It's signed by Benjamin Percy. I was about to say for $50. That's kind of crazy. $70, I think, is what it goes for. I'm not sure what they do when they do that. It says intro and then suggested. Greg Land signed the new Marvel Zombies for $50. Don't know who Ethan Sachs is. Ed McGuinness cover here, not signed though, but still another Turtles cover there of Mikey. Is that Mikey? No, that's what's her name? Jenica, I want to say. I keep forgetting the new Turtles name, but that looks orange and not yellow. But that's the claws for sure. And then another Ed McGuinness cover for $60 of all the Turtles here. But I always love those. I want to get this to Stan's Soapbox. So this is a collection of in the old Marvel books, he would always have like a letter column in the back where he would like say some words of wisdom and stuff. And so this reprints quite a bit of it. I remember seeing it's not quite all of that though. Like it's kind of mixed. So I just wish it was just straight up like those reprints of those pages, but it has other stuff in it too. But it's still a cool concept, especially if you just want to, get a peek into some more Stan Lee musings. Oh, this is cool. A Ghostbusters art book. I love art books, as you guys know. I need to get some more of them for the channel. I'm starting to run low on extra cool little items like that. I have a ton of single issues for reading, for videos and stuff. But it's always a challenge to figure out what I'm going to read that you guys are going to watch. As always, let me know below, and I'll do my best to see if I can try to acquire those things to read. Or if I already have them. But I've got some good stuff, so. And I have a ton of other old reading videos too, but they're not a ton with the new mic, unfortunately. But they'll probably still put you to sleep and relax you. So. I thought I remember there being another movie art book that was in this catalog too, but I didn't see it, so. But I could have sworn it was close to the Ghostbusters one. I'm curious about how you guys like your page sounds too, if you like when I like run my hand across like that, or you just like a simple turn like this or this. So I'm trying to maximize sound when I turn the pages for you all. I need to pick those up too. I do have the just the Ocarina of Time one, or rather there's two of them, and then I have the Majora's Mask one. Might do a reading of those on the channel. The little mangas. I would like to pick up more manga too. There's just so much of it, you know. Let me flip the book upside down here. And I guess they just ended the Steven Universe Future, or Steven, what, I forget what they called it. the whatever the offshoot of Steven Universe series was. My kid was telling me about that the other day. There's all the Funko Pops over here. I definitely want to get this movie movement Iron Man here. I'm so glad they made this. This started off as a fan concept, and then they I don't know whatever they did, but I'm glad Funko decided to make it, and it's a glow-in-the-dark pop as well. And just the deceased figures. Yeah, see, here's like the Batman animated Joker who laughs there. Or Batman who laughs, rather. But see, even on these, like they have lines drawn, see, under the chest there and stuff. So I'm not too crazy about that. And then, see, on those two, I'll probably get the Joker one though, or rather the Batman Who Laughs one. And apparently you can watch the new Bloodshot movie that just came out digitally now. A lot of the movies are going to go that route because of the whole virus situation as well. Oh, so there are some theaters ticked, but you know, that's just the national response right now, so they're trying to adapt to what's going on, you know. This is cool here. This is just 50. It's like a Michael Keaton Batman statue. I might check that out. 16 inches tall. It's not too bad. And it's $50. Alright, let's move on to the DC previews. So yeah, they're doing a follow-up to Dark Knight's Metal with Dark Knight's Death Metal. And if you just read the Year of the Villain Hell Rising crossover or whatever it was, the 4-issue miniseries that just came out, that leads into this. So I'm trying to remember the name of the main villain, like the female. They might even say it in here. I don't even know. I'm not seeing it here, but you know, like the big, like pale, greenish godlike lady who gave Apex Lex his powers. She is the main threat in this book. So, and then look at all these crazy covers here. That's Superman. So this, I guess, will be the final bow for Snyder and Capullo at DC, maybe. And then there's the Generation 1. They're going to do the 5G, as you see here. But I think it's going to be a series of one-shots instead of like a line-wide reshaping series. And then here is the Batman animated continuation here. So the art is by Ty Templeton, who did a bunch of the Batman animated comics back in the day before, and then written by Paul Dini as well as Alan Burnett, who, you know, they've definitely shaped the Batman animated universe. Mainly you think of Paul Dini when you think of Batman animated, but Alan did quite a bit too, so very cool that they're doing this. So, and we see the Green Lantern 100-page special for the 80th anniversary. I'll be getting this as well. I'm just going to get the normal cover though. Here is some of the other covers. It'll be $10. And then, yeah, Batman's continuing just to be the book to follow right now, so get on that if you're not. And then the Joker War is coming, so don't know what that'll entail, but I'm sure to be something big. Checkmate. I still don't know about that. I don't know if my shop may or may not pull that for me. That's spinning out of the Event Leviathan book, but I don't know if I'm too crazy on it. But I am getting this too. This is a Man Bat one shot. It's got a Kevin Nolan variant. It looks very much like the Batman animated Man Bat there, so I'm excited about that. This looks like a cool cover here. Is that I think this is by Evan Doc Shaner, it says. It's a neat cover though. Yeah. And yeah, so the Joker War thing, there's going to be several books that'll tie in. You see Batgirl here. I think Nightwing ties in as well. So, you know, they're trying to boost their numbers on a few Batman books. Detective Comics. I love this cover here. Look at this dragon they're fighting. Cover is by Gary Frank. I don't know what's going on the series right now, but that's a cool cover. And then this looks like a very Gal Gadot inspired Wonder Woman here, just in the different armor. And that's still set to come out theatrically. They were on the fence about it for a little bit, but yeah, so Punchline's gonna make an appearance in Nightwing 72, so make sure to get that if you're trying to get her appearances. This is a big deal. Superboy Prime returns in Shazam 13. You know, quite a few people enjoy that character. I can't wait for this. There's a spotlight on the Impulse issue. I really wish they would call Todd Knock up to do at least just like a special for Young Justice, though. So glad I got a drawing of Impulse by him a few years back. Quite a few cool facsimiles. I think I pre-ordered the Man Bat one, I'm not sure. And then the Neil Adams Green Lantern, Green Arrow here. I used to have this original issue, Wonder Woman #1. This was the George Perez series reboot. Great quality art inside that book for sure. And then we have all these nice dollar books. And then, yeah, I did do a reading of the entire Dark Knight's Metal series if you want to check that out on my channel to relax you and pass the time to get ready for Dark Knight's Death Metal. So, and then, yeah, they're reprinting the Batman Adventures #1 too. So they might reprint the first bit of this though, because I don't know why it says new here, but oh yeah, they're gonna a first of a new monthly series of reprints. So they might just start reprinting the animated series books. I don't know. But those are $2 instead of $1 like the others up top. Lots of Swamp Thing here. I need to read Swamp Thing too. I hear a lot of good things, but I haven't read much of it. Yeah, this lady right here. What is her name? I can't seem to find it, but she's going to be the main villain, I believe, in this story here. And then we move on to the Marvel catalog here. And the big thing, Empire. Still on the fence if I'm gonna pick it up. But I'm sure it'll be a status quo thing for sure. Looks like it'll be very action packed, so alien plants versus mutant zombies. Don't know about that. And then they're having their 1.5 million series spin-offs. I'm probably gonna get the Captain America one though. One of the main reasons here, variant by Steve Epting. So you know me and my Steve Epting Captain America. Some of my favorite stuff, so of course I will buy anything he draws of Captain America. Or is that one the one that's by Steve Rue? Let's see the artist on the main book. Oh no, the art is by Errol Olivetti. The question is it going to be his painted style? Or is it going to be like his Thanos miniseries he did? He's a good artist, but I prefer his painted look over the inked look. Then Juggernaut is having a 5-issue miniseries coming out by Ron Garney and Fabian Nicieza. So look at the interiors here. I think I got the facsimile for Juggernaut's first appearance coming on the way too. I think I'm gonna check out this Wolverine current ongoing since they got Omega Red in there. And then I've pre-ordered this too. This is the giant size X-Men tribute. This is the 80 Granov cover here. And it's just a tribute to what relaunched and started the X-Men team as we know it today. Wolverine and all that good stuff in them. That's a cool looking cover there. By Valerio. I can't even pronounce that, I'm sorry. But that's a nice cover. And they're resurrecting the Marvel Zombies line here. And then they're doing the Marvels thing here. This is a cool image here, though. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole Marvel's X line and Marvel and all that is. I think I'm just gonna sit back and wait for the trade for whatever this is. All I know is Alex Ross does have a hand in it. He's doing the covers, but I'm not sure about the story of it at all. So there's just so many. I am getting the Captain America snapshot that comes out. I might get the Spider-Man one, I don't know. interesting looking Spider-Man cover here. This is by Jose Maria. It looks like he's doing this one too. This is an interesting style. I wonder how he does this. Looks painted. I think I have I think I pre-ordered the Morbius facsimile too, but I don't remember for sure. Yeah. And we're just kind of rounding out the catalog here. Apparently the Morbius movie is going to be coming out on July 31st. I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be later. It might be later now with everything going on. Alright, well that's gonna do it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Comment down below. And as always, you have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.